We'd like to invite you to watch the English and Chinese news on central television channels of Đồng Nai province. On February the 4th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, head of the Steering Committee for Nuclear Power Plant Construction, chaired the second meeting of the Steering Committee. The Prime Minister assigned EVN to be the investor of Ninh Thuận 1 nuclear power plant project, and Petrovietnam to be the investor of the Ninh Thuận 2 nuclear power plant project. At the meeting, the Prime Minister asserted that developing nuclear power and building nuclear power plants, a key national project, is a big issue, a national matter, a difficult and sensitive issue, so it requires focus, investment of effort, and intelligence, and the entire political system must be mobilized. Regarding progress, the Prime Minister stated that the project completion term must be shortened compared to the previous plan, striving to complete it before December 31st, 2030, on the occasion of the 85th anniversary of the founding of the country and the 100th anniversary of the founding of the party. Regarding the selection of foreign partners to participate in the project, the Prime Minister requested EVN, Petrovietnam, and agencies to send a working delegation to negotiate with foreign partners in February, paying attention to having backup partners to be ready in all situations. In Đồng Nai on February 4th, the Standing Committee of Đồng Nai Provincial Party Committee held a conference to implement the conclusions of the 13th Party Central Committee, January 2025. The conference was held in person and online from the Provincial Party Committee Hall to 13 connecting parties throughout the province. At the conference, delegates listened to some important contents of the 13th Party Central Committee conference taking place from January 23rd to 24th, 2025 in Hanoi. Resolution number 57 of the Politburo and Notice number 1 dated January 22nd, 2025 concluded by General Secretary Tô Lâm. The conference also listened to conclusion number 121 of the 13th Party Central Committee. Concluding the conference, Standing Deputy Secretary of the Đồng Nai Provincial Party Committee Hồ Thanh Sương requested agencies, units, and localities in the province to closely follow the central's direction and concretize it with plans suitable to the situation of each locality and unit for effective implementation. According to the assessment of many domestic and foreign financial institutions, Vietnam's prospects for attracting FDI capital in the coming term will maintain a positive pace. FDI attraction has positive prospects thanks to three main factors: multinational manufacturers' supply chain diversification strategy, Vietnam's economic growth is recovering positively, and the macroeconomy is stable. FDI attraction is forecast to remain stable in the short term, with registered capital reaching about 39 to 40 billion USD and realized capital reaching over 23 to 24 billion USD. According to the Ministry of Planning and Investment, in the coming term, Vietnam will prioritize attracting investment in the fields of high technology, clean energy, and green technology, and is ready to cooperate closely with foreign enterprises in research, development, and application of these fields. In addition, it will promote cooperation initiatives in the fields of digital finance and green finance. The total capital allocated by the Prime Minister to the Ministry of Transport in 2025 is more than 81,000 billion Vietnam dong. To complete the disbursement task, the Department of Planning and Investment has coordinated with investors to advise the Minister to promptly assign the 2025 plan to the projects. Investors have developed detailed disbursement plans for each month and quarter, determined the critical path of disbursement for each project, and reported to the Ministry as basis for management and evaluation of implementation results. with the goal of dispersing over 95% of the assigned capital plan. The ministry has urgently assigned only 2 plans to investors and project management boards, requiring investors, project management boards, and relevant advisory agencies to strive with the highest determination, considering disbursement results as the main criterion for evaluating the level of completion of annual tasks. Over the past years, the Domnai Provincial Social Policy Bank has coordinated with the system of associations, unions, and localities in the province to implement preferential credit policies. Thereby, it has helped poor and near-poor households and policy beneficiaries access low-interest loans to invest in sustainable family economic development. In 2017, Mr. Trần Văn Bảo,'s family in Long Thành district received support from the local authorities to borrow capital from the district's Social Policy Bank Transaction Office to open a small grocery store. To date, he has repaid the initial loan, and the store has expanded to hundreds of millions of dong. Thanks to the bank for lending me 30 million Vietnam dong, although the amount is not large, it has helped me have the initial conditions to start a business. Currently, each month my family has an income of 10 to 15 million Vietnam dong. When poor households borrow capital from the district's Social Policy Bank, the Coming Poverty Reduction Committee will coordinate to organize training and technology transfer. In recent years, the Long Thành District Social Policy Bank Transaction Office has proactively coordinated with associations, unions, and people's committees of communes and towns to do a good job of keeping a list of subjects in need of loans. From there, timely disbursement of capital through a system of 230 savings and loan groups. In 2025, we will continue to deploy loans, continue to coordinate with entrusted facilities to improve credit quality in the district, striving for growth of 14%. It can be said that preferential loans from the Social Policy Bank have been and are an important economic lever for Long Thành district.